Hello everybody! Welcome back to the channel. Semi-original guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from Advance Wars by Web. How are you all doing today? I'm doing fantastic myself. Thank you so much for asking. So today, since we have a little bit of a wait before the results of my next Egg Cup match, we are going to do some exciting ROM hack action. So this is once again from the mastermind of Kartal himself. Leave a link in the description below where you can check out his channel. So the prologue, created by Kartal. Karsha Hyena at protomail.com. I don't remember who you were. Have my troops finished deployment? You should win without pre-deployed units, Andy. Why? Your victory will be more well-earned without such cheating. Okay, I see what you mean. Let's go. Ego will develop vertigo when we're through with him. Adder's such a villain. Such a villain, guys. Such a villain. And this is just another totally fair match between rivals. A giant missile platform has been spotted. What is Black Hole up to now? There's also an incoming message from Andy from Orange Star. He wishes to have a friendly duel with you again, sir. I don't like this. So this one is Andy's Revenge. So it should be a good one. Now, Andy, what on earth are you doing? Hello, Eagle. What do you mean? That giant silo behind you. That's my candy missile. In 14 days, it'll cover the entire green earth of candy. But you can stop it if you can take control of more properties than I. Can you pull it off? Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I can pull it off. So this is a capture mission. There's only 14 days to capture more properties than Andy. Now, it's not pre-deployed. You have to build your own units. So, you know, you have to think about it. You have to think about it, people. So, first thing I do is I build a tank, transport copter, and some infantry. You know, gotta get them out there. Standard builds. Although in War Room, you have to be very careful with the kind of units you build, because you don't necessarily just want to spam out units. You really want to think about what kind of units you build, right? But I do the exact same build for day 2, because I feel like they're good. Do you remember what an airport is, Eagle? Because I sure do. Oh yeah, Andy remembers what an airport is on this one. Don't you guys worry about that. Holy macaroni and cheese. Alright, so I spot an infantry. So I do a little loop around and go and attack it, and I notice that there's an artillery unit up in the corner. Right? So, you know, I go up and finish the infantry. I don't really got too much to fear from the artillery, but it is on one of his bases, so that's the problem. Now, one thing I noticed about this map, super important, is there are 3 missile silos. 3 of them. They're there. Gotta watch out for them. But I felt like one of the very most important things about this was securing the missile silos. I felt like the missile silos were even more important than the bases. Okay? Because bases are good. Don't get me wrong. But if you take 3 missile shots to the face, you're not having a good time, folks. Not having a good time. That artillery shooting my tank, not a very good time either. But I knew that was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen. This is actually my second attempt at this, because the first time, well, didn't go like super good. And then I messaged Kartal, the creator of the hack, and he was like, well, I managed to secure more properties than him. And I was like, oh, well, if you could do it, I can do it. Right? So that's my goal. I'm going to try to actually get more properties than Andy. Alright, so I take my first missile shot down there. Why do I shoot down there? To slow his caps. You gotta slow his caps down. Otherwise, you know, then the infantry just run free and do whatever they want, all willy-nilly. Right? And it takes a 9 HP infantry 3 days to capture property. That gives you plenty of time to weasel your way around and do some damage. So, trying to think of my builds. And I'm just going with the tank again. You know, standard tank. Classic tank. Classic. Can't go wrong with the tank. I also noticed that there's some pipe seams up there, right? So I parked my transport copter right there. Right in the middle of the pipe seams. Why? So he can't get land units in there. Because the last thing I want to do is deal with land units coming in the north, trying to stop me from getting my silos and getting my property. It's like, no, I don't want that. No good. No good at all. Take my 3 HP tank and block off that base. Blocked. Done. Don't gotta deal with it right now. Alright, so... looking for another missile target, and I see this juicy target right there. Boom! Take the shot. Good stuff. Second missile. Boom! Same spot. Lots of damage. Now, the good thing about this is that infantry that was capping my property, the 1 HP infantry, it's not going to do anything now. So I take a gamble, and I park my mech right on top of his base. I'm like, he might have something there, he might not. You never know, right? But I felt like I had to do it. So I just went for it, and it worked out. So I was like, okay, cool. Good to know. Sweet deal, right, folks? Sweet deal. Alright, so what else do we got going on here? Eagle is building a tank. Cool. Another tank. Get tanks up there. Tanks are important. Now, you might think, Semi, you're Eagle. Why aren't you building air units? Well, there's a very specific reason for why I'm not building air units. It's because of that right there. See that? That fighter. Popping up. Hate him. Now, the good thing about Eagle is his air units do get a defense bonus. So, defense bonuses are good. You know what it does? It makes it so those pesky little fighters can't one-shot my transport copters. You know, they'll always survive with 1 HP. Thankfully. Woo! Very good. But there's a lot of looming threats of danger around here on this map. Because, Andy... he automatically gets to capture a bunch of your properties, which is unfortunate. And what does that mean? It means he can start building heavy units very, very quickly. Like, he will be getting those units out fast. Very fast. So, gotta watch out for it. You gotta be expecting Neo tanks, medium tanks, lots of artillery, some anti-air fighters. Lots and lots of stuff. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. So I build mechs. Now obviously mechs aren't going to be getting the Eagle bonus of a lightning strike because they won't be able to attack twice. But what they will be able to do is fight off any tanks that are coming up. And I thought that that was very important because if you let tanks roam around all willy-nilly, you know what happens? Boom! They shoot your infantry, like that guy right there. That anti-air just came out, shot my infantry. Then a Neo tank shows up, and I'm like, what? What's this guy doing here? Nobody invited him to the party. Oh my god. Crazy stuff. Alright, finished cap on the 2 bases in the north. So that's cool. Now, the one base that's over there in the corner, it's not really doing much. It's not really going to be too overly effective in the grand scheme of things, unfortunately. So, in my mind, you know, you just cap the property and you just sort of leave it. Like, there's not really too much point of building stuff out of there. You can. Obviously, you can. I mean, nobody's going to stop you. But, I don't know. I think it just takes, like, way too long for you to get units up there with that guy, so. Alright, so, load up my infantry, load up my mech. And I bring them over to the front lines. Boom, right there. Frontline mech. Let's go. Let's go, folks. Frontline mechs all day. So, I have to build something to contend with the Neo tank. So I build a Neo tank. Neo tanks are good, folks. Very good. Gotta get them on the field if you can. Especially in the war room. The AI, what I found, way more likely to buy big units. They're either gonna be like mech spamming out of a building or buying big units. That's all the AI does. It's wild stuff. Wild stuff. So the fighter goes up and takes a shot at my transport copter. Regrettably, transport copter is now gone. Sad days all around. Sad days for Eagle. See, that's what I mean. Infantry right there. Know what he could have did? He probably could have popped a Neo tank out of there. Know how bad that would have been? Very. Would have been very bad. Neo tanks just roaming around all willy-nilly like that? No. Not at all, folks. Not at all. That's not what you want. Not what you want at all. Alright, so I see if I could take out the artillery. And I did not. Which is sad. Very sad. Very tragic. But take it out with the tank instead. Alright, so we can see Eagle's got a whole whack load of stuff still, right? So, you know, I take my 1 HP infantry and go up and block that little area up there. Take a shot at the infantry on the base. Now, you might think to yourself, it's more important to, you know, take out the vehicle units, but in a capture mission, you need to be attacking the infantry as well. You gotta find a good balance between the two, folks. Because if you let fresh, full HP infantry just out and about, willy-nilly, doing stuff, you're gonna have a bad time. Gonna have a bad time, folks. Not something you want to be dealing with. The other thing you don't want to be dealing with in this mission is Andy's hyper upgrade, which gives him 5 HP healing globally, which is also not very good. So, if you do attack Andy's units, which obviously you should, you want to make sure to try to finish them off, especially those infantry. If you leave an infantry at 5 HP, like that one right there, south of that tank, oh, that's not good. It's not good. Not good at all, folks. Alright, so I'm checking the powers right now, and I'm like, Andy's gonna be getting his hyper upgrade pretty soon. That's not very good. It's not very good at all. So, I create a defensive wall of carnage. Defensive wall of carnage, folks. And I am slowly moving up. So, trying not to forget about the infantry in the back there, because obviously you got to be capturing properties with that dude. And what is this? Get trapped. Trap card. Build another Neo tank. So, regrettably, I mean, that was not a fortunate situation at all. Not a fortunate situation at all. Sadly. Okay, so what else do we got going on here? He's starting another capture up north. Very sad. And then he pops his hyper upgrade at the end of the turn, which is apparently something that, you know, the AI does sometimes. So, cool. I'm okay with it. If he wants to waste his little hyper upgrade right now, then pfft, go ahead. I ain't dealing with that. Alright, so take a double shot at that infantry. Take a shot at the Neo. Shot at the tank. Taking out the tank. Taking shots at that little pesky anti-air unit, which keeps attacking my infantry, which is totally lame. Totally lame. Yeah, totally lame indeed. Totally lame indeed. Alright, so I built a tank, and I only got 5 days left here. So 5 days is not a very long time. Not a very long time indeed. It's already day 10. Crazy stuff. Day 15, it's over, folks. So, I got a lot of ground to cover in just a couple of days. A lot of ground to cover. Holy moly. Okay, so we are going to see what kind of ground I managed to cover, right? So, day 4, or 4 days left. Blah, blah, blah. I have a lightning strike. Lightning strike is coming up, folks. We are gonna see some carnage. It's gonna be good. Hopefully it's gonna be good. I hope it's gonna be good. I don't know. Alright, so my artillery can take shots at 4 different things. So take a shot at the anti-air unit. Use my 1 HP little tank boy over there to do some scouting. Check out a couple things, see what's going on, all willy-nilly. And I'm like, okay. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. Start cap on a city. Obviously, I'm still behind on the properties. So, I think I need to flip 2 properties, maybe 3 properties, in order to actually win at this point. So, Neo-Tank's going down, taking shots at infantries, cleaning up the house. Now, I have a very important decision to make here. And that's what it was. So you might ask, why did I join those infantry? Well, it's because I needed a fresh infantry on the front line. If I didn't have a fresh infantry on the front line, bad times. Bad times all around, folks. Gotta get fresh infantry on the field. Important. Alright, so I'm also thinking about maybe trying to flip that property in the north. Is it possible? I think it is. I think it is. But we're going to see if it happens or not. Okay, so this is the other thing that's super important. So, don't drop your infantry. Why? Because infantry can't go again during lightning strike. So, because I don't drop my infantry, that transport copter can just whoosh ahead. Powerful stuff. Alright, so do a little bit of scouting. See this juicy artillery over here, so I'm going to take a shot at it. I want to slow down any momentum that he has. Slow it down to a crawl. To nothing. I don't want anything on the front line. Nothing. Why? Because I need to cap those properties. Can't cap properties if you have a bunch of things roaming around willy-nilly taking you out. It's not going to happen. Not gonna happen at all. So I think about taking this shot here on the anti-air, and I'm like, it's not gonna do a whole lot of damage. So I opt out of taking that shot. And I think that was the smart move. It would have been hit by this artillery right there anyways. So I take out the artillery instead. Now, that leaves an anti-air unit fresh to sort of roam around in my front lines, which is not good. So, I block it off. Unfortunately, I only have air units to block it off. And a tank, right? Not going to do too much against it, but I feel like it's going to do enough. But what does that transport copter do? Is it drops off another infantry primed and ready to cap those properties. Any one of those properties can be mine if I can just hold the line. Hold the line, folks. That's what you gotta do. Alright, so I end my turn. Day 11. And he's nowhere close to having his hyper upgrade. He's still like 2 stars away. I got like no issues. No problems here. Everything is looking okay. Except for that mech. There's a mech coming up. Right there. So if he does get hyper upgrade, you have to make sure that that mech is dead. Can't be alive. Can't be alive with even any hit points. Just gone. Just get it out of here. So I flip a property. I am about to get that base. There is only one thing that can hit that infantry. And that's that tank right there. Right by the Neo tank. So you gotta protect it. But I feel like I have enough units around there that I can protect it. So it should be okay. Now, I start to set up this line and I notice a flaw. Because what was it? Yeah. So I noticed that my transport copter at 9 HP is vulnerable to attack from the fighter. So I bring my tank back and I block it off. Just to be sure. Just be safe. Be safe, people. He would need like multiple units now in order to actually go up and attack. And Andy's just got like so many units. Woo! Crazy stuff, crazy stuff. Alright, so double tank. Let's go. We're at endgame now, folks. 3 days left. So fighter moves back, takes a shot. Or does it take a shot? I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? Doesn't matter. The important thing is he hasn't started any caps. No caps, folks. No cap. So everything's good. Everything is peachy right now. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to flip that other property now. But I see a tank. And I'm like, crap. There's a tank there. This isn't going to work. But that's okay. Because I think now that I flipped that other property right there, pretty sure I'm ahead. I should be ahead by 2. Or 1. 2. I think it's 2. 2 because I flipped one of his properties and he loses it. But yeah, okay. So things are looking good. Looking good for once. Finally. Great. Woo! Everything is good. Alright, so what else do we got? It's a tank moving up, infantry moving up. What am I gonna do with this Neo tank? I take a shot at the mech. You know why? Because I hate mechs. Get him out of here. So, the only other thing that I'm sort of a little bit concerned about is if he does use hyper upgrade, that mech is going to be in position to actually cap that property. So, and move a transport copter on it. I'm like, no. No, these are my properties. You're not taking them. Alright, so I start to think about endgame now. Right? I'm like, okay, I got to build some units. I need that unit count now. Maelstrom, come all who oppose me, destroy. Just kidding. Or am I? That's a classic line from Advance Wars 1. When you're fighting Clone Andy, whenever Clone Andy pops his power, he will do that line. Except for not the just kidding part. Clone Andy is a very robotic kind of thing. It's very robotic. One-dimensional. That's all he is. Okay. So, 1 day left. It is impossible for me to get any more properties. However, I'm ahead. I'm ahead, folks. Everything is good. Everything is good. So, just build some units. Probably should have built transport copter so I could have built out of all my bases. That probably would have been the best thing. So, unfortunately, didn't do that. Didn't even think about that. I was just like, build, quick. We're on a timer, folks. Actually, we're not on a timer. Well, we are on a timer, actually, so. We're on a timer, folks. Alright, so. Last turn, finishing up as many units as I can. Just doing the damage, folks. Doing the damage. Because the caps are done. Just gotta do the damage, that's all. That's all there is now. I probably could have tried to take a shot at that anti-air unit with the infantry on the mountain just to see. Just to see if it would work. Because it could have. Possibly could have worked. I should have did it. Oh well, whatever. Whatever. It's all good. Okay. So, blah 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 blah. Nothing left to do. Except for move that infantry. Boom. Done. I'm going to use my power. Why do I use my power? Extra defense. I don't want him to finish off any more of my units. So, extra defense in the house. Let's go. There we go. So, day 14. Except for the transport copter. Of course he kills the transport copter. Ah! And the infantry. Why did I put that there? That was just a bad idea. Sadness. Sadness every day. Ah, you stole my candy! Stupid Andy. It's my favorite CO, but God, is he dumb. So dumb. 292 point S rank. And thank God I did. Woo! So, 14 days, Andy of Revenge managed to actually get a legit win and not a draw. So, Kartal, if you're watching, there you go. Did it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, no, I was pretty happy with that. I tried it before, and like I said, I got a draw before, which was like, it's okay. Counts as a win, but it's a draw, so it's not really a win. So, either way. Went and did it again, and everything was good. Macroland was free at last, and the Black Hole Army has been driven from its shores. But peace is a fragile thing. Be vigilant. Be brave. Be brave, folks. And you guys at home, be brave yourselves. And I hope you have a great day. You know, if you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Advanced Wars content. You know, I'll be posting as often as I can. And, yeah, no, that's about it. So, hope you all have a fantastic day. Gonna leave a link in the description below to Kartal's channel. I'll see about maybe finding a place where you can find the ROM hack. Can't remember where I got it from. Had it for a while. It's just been sitting in the pile of ROM hacks, you know. But we'll see about that. I'm also going to put a link in the description where you can join Advanced Wars by Web today and play against people around the world. Link in the description for the Discord for Advanced Wars by Web. That is it, folks. Alright, y'all have a fantastic day. Semi-original guy, out.